like you can go into 4-step for the NP. You can kite this Ven later on if you beat Skadi or something like that. The high ground's going to be tough for Secret.
Okay, well, BetBoom, they're going to take the time to think about this. You know, there's 50 seconds of reserve time, so a decent amount of time. You know, they don't have to rush anything here. They can really think what completes their lineup here. And yeah, so I mean, this is, I can't call it a last chance because it's only the first series, but you know, there is no game number 3. But, you know, they have to win this one to force it to a draw, otherwise Team Secret will be able to take the win here, but there's no chance to force it to a BetBoom win now. They can only draw in their first 2-game series of the BetBoom Dacha, so they want to start off as strong as possible, and the only way they can do that is with a draw against Team Secret, so they've got to find something that completes this lineup here with the pick coming out. It's going to be the Bloodseeker.
Okay. It is definitely more stable in lane than any of the heroes I mentioned. It does struggle though later on because first of all, you have no way out of Sprout. You don't want to keep that Quelling Blade for too long because of sled problems. You don't go Battle Fury on Bloodseeker. I guess, you know, that's it. Besides that, you get a fast BKB, which means you don't care about chains and the arrow combos. You have a way to really kite this Ven, right? If he gets ruptured, he can't really do anything. This could even be an Aghanim Scepter game for Crystallis, just because you are invulnerable through that Stormhammer duration movement. So if this goes late enough, I would like to see that item coming from Crystallis. Overall, though, I think Secret has a really, really good draft. If we're going to see BetBoom look good here, it's going to be out of GPK and Pure, because it's a last pick carry here for Nightfall. It just doesn't feel that good, honestly.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing what. I want to see what the hero can do. The Bloodseeker, you know, it pops up from time to time. It is a good melee fighter. It's got that sustain in the lane, so I don't think it's going to struggle in the lane. It can get involved early on as well. So maybe BetBoom, they want to just be taking the aggression this time. You know, they want to get in Secret spaces and you know, maybe force Secret to the back foot. But I think overall, just looking at the two drafts, maybe preferring Secrets because I think they've got a lot better with an Nature's Prophet coming out again. Crystallis, the Sven Comfort pick coming out there as well. I just think they've got the momentum from the first game as well. So it's kind of tough for me to separate them, but maybe saying Secret has the edge coming into game number 2.
Yeah, I do agree, especially after that game 1 performance. They came out of nowhere. They really kicked it off a notch. But yeah, I wouldn't really put anything behind BetBoom. I think these guys are really good, and they know what happened, and you know they actually did some really good adjustments. It's just that I don't think there was a really good like the perfect carry here for Nightfall. So overall, it's gonna be, I think, GPK and Pure are probably the heroes that are the most enabled to really kind of perform. So let's see how this Invoker versus Ember matchup is gonna look like, because it is supposed to be Invoker favorite, but you know, SumaiL, he definitely put on a show game 1. Can he do it again?
Yeah, maybe he's you know, trying to show GPK how you really play this Ember Spirit here coming into game number 2. And we'll see if he's going to have a major impact like he did in the first game on that Storm Spirit, and what Team Secret are going to be able to do, and how BetBoom are going to respond to this in game number 2, because GPK, he wasn't super active in game number 1 because it felt like he was behind, so he needed to find a farm, you know, needed to protect himself, look out for those ganks. So we'll see how active he's going to be in game number 2 and how involved he's going to get in these fights.
Yeah, that for sure is going to be a big aspect of this game, whether he can be involved. And we already saw Wax being learned by him, so it's not going to be that Exhort style of Invoker, which I maybe anticipated, because you have Frostbite, you have Duel. There is a lot of ways to lock down heroes with Sunstrike. So when he's going to start getting points in that spell, it's probably going to be very important too, because they buff Sunstrike so much, man. Like now, a Sunstrike with Max Exhort, if you cast it with all the Exhort instances, it's like 800 damage or something crazy.
I think SumaiL didn't actually dodge off. I think he threw out the slight fist, but it was just a little bit too late, so it still gets hit by the EMP. So maybe just needs to relearn that timing here. But yeah, so no maybe Wax Exhort build for GPK. Do you think he's going to be going for the Quartz at level 2?
I think so. I think if you get Wax, there's just no way you get Exort level 2. But I mean, I'm not watching that much Invoker. I'm not proficient with this hero, so we'll see. Maybe there's some new technologies around Invoker that I'm not aware of, as we do see Puppey with that Sprout. We do have Quelling Blade on both heroes, so there you go. That's the impact of the hero already. They are playing all with minus 500 gold on the entirety of BetBoom.
Yeah, it does force even the supports to buy that Quelling Blade, like you say. Everybody has to be prepared for the TP into the Sprout and the damage that can come from this one. Nightfall again underneath his tier 1 tower, but he should be able to get the farm up. And again, has a little bit more sustain in the hero itself here, so we'll see what's going to come through though. Was that an arrow connecting from the Mirage to get the stun?
I think it was. By the way, I was looking at I know it's totally unrelated to the arrow, but I was looking to the Underlord Town. I kind of forgot that he has that pizza. I want to see a time where we get some branded taunts, right? So we get some, I don't know, some DiGiorno's pizza taunt from Underlord. Because he already has food, right? So just put a brand there. Oh. First blood from TORONTOTOKYO.
Yeah, they take down Yamich, so this is how it started in the last game as well, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, it was FBZ that went down first, but yeah, it was the kill in BetBoom, the safe lane. Pure's taking a lot of damage here, though. Do they want to try and chase this one? Crystallis put in with the right click, so he doesn't want to leave behind, but the Puppey's going to get the TP towards him now, and Pure, he will go down here. Puppey gets the kill and save. He's already used that blast off, so one more right click. Is it going to be enough from Puppey to get the kill? It will be, and Puppey gets himself a double kill on the board. Not exactly like the last game, but starting off very familiar here.
What a hero, this NP, huh? And that was a really good Sprout, by the way. A lot of people, always just try to put the hero inside the Sprout, but he blocks the path. Even though he was able to cut it with a Quelling Blade, took damage the entire way. And, that's how you squeeze the value of this hero out, and Puppey really starting with a bang here. He didn't go for the normal build up Blightstone, though. He actually had other stat items, so I'm very curious to see if he's going for that medallion sort of build, or if he has, maybe Vessel. It's really good having Vessel versus Bloodseeker if you get it fast enough.
Yeah, and, well, we'll keep an eye on what his build's going to be here. Crystallis just trying to get into the last, but Pure just playing a bit of bodyguard here in front of the creeps. So Crystallis is going to be able to pull the aggro out, get those creeps towards himself in the bottom lane here as well. It looks like... Oh, Yamich is just going to pull off to the side, though, so it's not going to be in the lane. And FBZ, big tanky boy here, shouldn't really be too worried about the aggression coming out. But does he actually want to try and turn this one? The Firestorm will be thrown out here, and Bloodseeker just going to move himself away.
Oh, yeah, we see Yamich here just getting a bounty. Could maybe collapse to that mid lane. I'm not sure if the Ember has any chain points, though. What is SumaiL's build right now? Yeah, so he's going for the full chains build. I do like that. I think you're against Quaswax anyway, so you don't want points in Flame Guard. But he's so low, like he can't even use chains.
No, he's going to be able to get the water rune into his bottle, so gets a couple of bottle charges from this here now on SumaiL. Level 4, so the Serum Chains do come through. There's going to be the TPM from Nature's Prophet now, so Puppey wants to get involved with the Tornado. Point blank, Sprout comes out, GPK, can he get himself away from this one? He absolutely can't here, and Puppey, he's on a roll, 3 kills already in the game.
Wow, yeah, I mean, that's what happens. You think you're not gonna die to that hero, and then you're like, okay, I'll buy a Quelling Blade. I learned my lesson. I think GPK did as well.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing, right? Initially you have Tango, so you're not really too worried about it, but as soon as they run out, then yeah, it is a big deal for the Nature's Prophet to be able to rotate in, and it just means you have to commit some gold that you might not want to. Mid lane once again, Arrow's gonna... Yeah, the damage isn't going to be enough, though. It looks like Yamich going to move himself away. Yeah, no Starstorm. And SumaiL, he wasn't in a position to really capitalize on this one. TORONTOTOKYO, though, they get the Frostbite out, and SumaiL, he might go down. He Slight Fist, do they have the right click damage? They do. Even using the Furry Fire, but not enough. And GPK gets some revenge.
By the way, no Quelling Blade on Evoker, so let's keep tabs here on GPK. That's why they tried to go for that Sprout play again, but nice CP from TORONTOTOKYO. Being very useful here. You think we might see that shard from Crystal Maiden? Because I don't play that hero. I've seen mixed reviews about it. A lot of people thought that the old one was better, but I guess survivability-wise, definitely more value. Oh, TORONTOTOKYO still waiting here if he can get that Frostbite.
I think he's got to do the damage. It's a lot coming through. SumaiL has to run himself away. He's only just got himself back into the lane. He's going to have to use all these bottle charges, Sleight of Fist coming through, and SumaiL having to back himself away. GPK's half health. Do they want to try and bait this one out, though, into the rune? And where's the rune even going to spawn? Save's going to be down here now as well. They get the frostbite. Where's that flash from SumaiL? He dodged it off with the Sleight of Fist. He's going to be able to get himself out of this one. Did they get the kill on the Invoker first? Invoker! It will be the kill onto GPK, and then Save gets the kill onto SumaiL afterwards, though. So it is going to be XP going the way of SumaiL. Save puts himself in danger. Even his courier is going to go down as the rune, it spawns top. So they were fighting in the wrong place, but they got the kill onto GPK first. So even with SumaiL going down, I'm sure he's going to be happy with that.
Dude, GPK needs to buy a Quantum Blade. Like, he definitely needs to get it. I think this is starting to... Alright, he got it. He got it. Okay.
Yeah.
It took 2 deaths, but now he... There we go.
Yeah, and the tornado comes through onto Puppey. Gonna be out of mana here, but Puppey, you don't really care.
I mean, in terms of the lane, though, that Bloodseeker, we did talk about his strengths in lane, and he did deliver. Having a really good time here. Not that the Underlord is being trash or anything, but it is hitting a timing. I guess the question is, how strong of a timing can you hit now? Oh, TORONTOTOKYO even stealing the Wisdom here.
Yeah, and Puppey was trying to get the TP in to get it here, but it might put him in danger. He's going to go for the bridge, and if the arrow flies through, cannot go left and right there. Yeah, FBZ is going to rotate up. Sprout comes out, and Puppey, he gets the dominating spree here on the Nature's Prophet. And this is kind of the thing with the hero, right? That you are still going to be, as a support, buying the wards, buying dust and buying those support items, but you can put the pressure around the map. You can transition into that kind of semi-core role here, even as a 5 Nature's Prophet, and it just adds another threat dimension for BetBoom to have to worry about.
By the way, Puppey going for a Diadem, so his options are very limited here. I think he's going for a Dagon build on this MP. Oh, Phylactery, that's a new one for me. I guess Sprout is pretty much like you can actually reflect Sprout with Lotus Orb now, so it is kind of a clickable spell as SumaiL.
Mid lane, yeah, Sleight of Fist comes out. He's going to be able to jump himself over to the Remnant now as well. He pops that Shield Rune immediately. Is this going to be enough to keep him alive, though? He's trying to get himself away to the Remnant. The Frostbite route comes out. Can he get himself away from this one? In fact, does he get aggressive here now as well? TORONTOTOKYO has to run himself away. Starstorm, though. A little bit of a heal coming out from TORONTOTOKYO. They get the Frostbite. They get the kill. The bait in onto yamich. yamich overextending there, and SumaiL not wanting to go in. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication or just buying time for SumaiL to get back. But we can see in this game, GPK and the rest of it, well, both of his supports, getting more aggressive in this one than they did in the last game, and it is paying off for them. They're keeping pace here. They've got the gold lead, and they're keeping pace in terms of kills with Team Secret.
For sure, but SumaiL is creating so much value. Like, these are big rotations from the supports inside of BetBoom, and I mean, he did get lucky with the runes twice there, but the fact that he gets the shield rune and doesn't die after such a big commitment from BetBoom is honestly insane.
Do you, as the Prophet, if you get that Phylactery out, are you doing damage when you get the Sprout off through that? Does that count as casting a spell on a hero?
Exactly, exactly. Because that's... Yeah, I mean, I have not seen this build, so I'm trying to... I guess what happens is, even when they have Quelling Blade, what you're technically achieving is you are doing damage despite the fact they're going to cut the tree. Spear here has Blade Mail.
Yep. Is he going to be able to get himself away now? There is going to be the Stormhammer coming out. And
Arrow?
the dive comes in. The duel's going to be there. Does he? He wins it. SumaiL wins it. He didn't have the damage, and now SumaiL is going to give his life over to that one, but he takes the duel away from Pure.
Oh, look at that.
Now TORONTOTOKYO, though, with the ultimate. Do they have the magic damage? They do. They can burst him down, and now FBZ, the TP comes out. Already used the Fiend's Gate, but TPs himself away. Puppey gets low. There is a Bloodseek here, so they are going to be able to chase down and get those kills off. They get the kill onto Puppey. GPK with the chase, and yamich will fall after the fact. Look how quick Nightfall is, but not quick enough to save his teammates from death.
Alright, this is way more of a game than game one. This is what we want to see. Such a high-octane game. At the end of the day, the Invoker played really well there from GPK. He actually blocked the arrow. The Pure Legion commander knew he was going to die, but gets the duel just so they can kill SumaiL at the end. The freezing field looked awesome, but just not enough damage from TORONTOTOKYO. He was in a really good position there. Bought a lot of time. So yeah, overall, super even game. Crystallis, though, like, I think... He's a little bit behind than he had to be. Oh, and now if he dies... Oh,
The duel, yeah, Tornado going to be off the mark, but that's going to be the duel victory here for Pure. Good one now as well, Puppey. Sprout comes out, Sunstrike's going to be off the mark. Puppey, can he get himself away from this one? He doesn't have that TP, so he's trying to run himself out here, but Puppey, no way to escape. He will give up his life in the end, and good response there from BetBoom. They get the first duel victory on the board for the LC, or second one, excuse me, because the Sven got, I think, solo duels in the lane. We didn't see that one, but yeah, Pure, he gives a little bit of damage over to SumaiL, but he will be able to get himself his second duel of the game.
You know, that is one downside of playing position 5 and P, is the fact that you can get a lot done out of the map, but it means that your carry is gonna struggle. Like Crystallis, he was alone in the lane for most. Oh, wait a second, here's
Frostbite comes out, FBZ, do they get the kill? They do, and BetBoom, they are now, yeah, this is all the aggression that teams shown in the first game. BetBoom are just showing it right back in the second game here. Nightfall wanting to get involved wherever he can. Between farming, between these fights, blast off though, SumaiL not going to be caught out with that.
My point was that DNP kind of sacrifices his carry a little bit because he's going to be somewhere else fighting. And not only does Sven struggling in lane, they don't really have any stacks. They don't really have a lot of means for Crystallis to come back. So if Secret, if they want to match this aggression, they need to start giving room here for Crystallis to get back into this game. This is way too low for a Sven at 12 minutes.
Yeah, and we'll see TORONTOTOKYO. He's even going to pick up the double damage rune just to make sure it gets taken away. SumaiL, does he want to go for the dive? Fiends get used once again. FBZ, they might be able to go into GPK. GPK trying to back himself away. Pure coming through, hasn't popped that blade mail just yet. Taking a lot of damage. Is he going to go for the duel onto Puppey? Puppey here. Freezing Field will be used. Yeah, the duel comes out. It's going to be able to secure another one, and GPK gets the kill onto Puppey. So Puppey giving up a decent amount of gold, even after being killed off a couple of times now, but they're going to be able to go into FBZ. FBZ won't be able to, or will he be able to get himself away from this one? He's taken down. Blast off those saves, secures the kill. Now GPK in trouble here, but can he get himself away with the help of the Frostbite? And Crystallis, no BKB here for the Sven. Won't be able to carry on chasing onto the Invoker.
And yeah, that's the problem. Like, I admire the fact that Crystallis is trying to be useful and get kills around the map. As SumaiL here, gonna get Frostbite, no mana. Has a mango though.
Oh, the damage! It's gonna, the arrow! From downtown connects, and now TORONTOTOKYO in trouble. One more right click, but Puppey might not have the movement speed over the Crystal Maiden. Sprout comes out. He is going to be able to finish the job.
That selector, dude, Puppey, where did he learn that? I have not seen that build. I'll try my pubs as he will die.
Yeah, he gives himself up in the end, but position 5 securing kills, he's always going to be happy with that.
For sure. 30 dual damage on Pure though. This is night and day difference from that game 1. You can see how different the playstyle from Brewmaster is, and I just feel like this fits BetBoom a bit more than the Brewmaster. You know, as strong of a meta pick that Brew is, it's just a totally different playstyle. As you may look for maybe a rune.
Yeah, he's trying to get himself out with the Remnant, but the Remnant moving so slowly here. The right clicks, is he going to tick down to the Spirit Vessel? He's not.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so close, but close. Only counting in horseshoes and hand grenades, and a Sunstrike, as far as I know, is neither.
4 step here on GPK. I do like the build. You kind of forced into that because of the chains, because of the Sprout. But Crystallis, he needs to find a home. He needs to find a place where he can chill, because he's being chased, and whenever he's not being chased, he's the one chasing. I just feel like there's too much garbage for BetBoom to throw on top of him. Like, you need a BKB to take this fight. And even if the BKB Rupture is still going to be a problem for you, Duel is still going to be a problem.
And look at the ward, the Radiant ward coming through. Oh, the duel comes through. Yeah, Sunstrike's going to be here, and then again, Pure gets himself another duel on the board. But you look at the Radiant ward in the Dire jungle, the top part of the Dire lane, safe lane, so they're even going to be able to see Crystallis rotating behind, trying to farm those stacks out.
Yeah, he's going to the triangle. He knows that this area of the map is already gone, but you can see that the Underlord was farming. So, like, Crystallis is not being enabled by his team whatsoever. Everyone else is trying, you know, to gather as many resources from the map as possible, but I think this hurts Sven too much. Like, this is not a Razor. You need to be free to get as much farm as you can, I think, in this hero. And when you look at everyone else inside of BetBoom, they are starting to snowball out of this game. They're going to find a PZ.
Yeah, FBZ going to be slowed down now as well. Again, Spirit Vessel comes through. Blast Off is going to be stopped with that Cold Snap. Do they have enough time to get the kill? Meteor. And it looks like the Underlord will be going extinct here. But, ooh, really nice Stormhammer coming through. TORONTOTOKYO is going to get low as well to get the kill on to save. The duel comes through. They take him down. Yeah, the Blade Mail. It looks like they might be able to clean it up here. Emissary trying to do what he can here. SumaiL getting the kills, but it's not going to be enough. And Puppey, he takes down GPK as Nightfall gets the kill onto SumaiL. TP's out, though. And it looks like, I mean, a 3 for 3 isn't bad, but when you are stacking the dual damage up on the LC, you are ever so slightly getting those advantages out in these fights.
Yeah, and it's your Sven dying, right? You lose 3 cores, you only kill 1 core on the enemy side. Like, they lost all 3 cores in that move. The fact that Crystallis is trying to join the fight is crazy to me. I think they... Like, because he doesn't have any farm, he's trying to just be useful whenever he can. But that was just not the fight. Like, he TPs for this.
Yeah, you can see him coming in, the Warcry, the God Strength going off. He gets himself in, and then immediately the duel comes out with the Deafening Blast as well from GPK, so he can't even right-click into Pure and Pure. Well, the Blade Mail, it was doing damage to everyone around him, but yeah, the Sven just has to kind of stand there and take it.
Yeah, just really, really tough fight for them to take. They got baited really hard. You know, they had no vision in that area, but FBZ got engaged and they felt like they could fight with the pipe that he finished. He did go for a very early pipe. And, you know, that mitigates a lot of the damage that they have on the side of BetBoom, but oh, hello.
Not all of it, though. It was another duel, another Sunstrike, another Blast Off, and another duel victory here for Pure.
100 damage.
104. Yeah. Damn. It's really going the way of the LC in this game.
Yeah, BetBoom definitely picking up the slack here. That game 1 is not gonna phase them out. And you know, the only thing that I guess resembles game 1 is Ember decide on Secret losing. So I think we learned the lesson. Just don't pick Ember, guys. There's better mid heroes.
Yeah, Ember is now completely out of the meta, and I'm confident in saying that after only seeing him play 2 games. You know, it doesn't matter what everyone else is going to be able to do with this hero. This hero is obviously the worst hero in the game now.
Never said worst hero in the game, but, you know, definitely not looking as the best hero in the game here. Save looking for Puppey.
Yep, Puppey going to be found out, and again, another duel coming through here, and another duel victory for Pure. 132 damage for LC now, going towards his BKB.
LC has
and this
300 damage at 18 minutes. His right-click damage is 300 right now.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that maybe they might be able to get a no Pure with the Purge out now as well. Fiend's Gate coming through. Do they have enough with the Stormhammer to get this kill? And Pure, he's a big tanky boy, but he might not be tanky enough, and SumaiL will be able to get the kill. Dive in, Searing Chains onto 2 heroes, both supports now as well, but with the Frostblight as well as the Freezing Field, do they have the damage to get the kill into the Emissary? And it looks like SumaiL is trying to get himself away with the Remnants. He's going to be able to jump out. He is not, and now, well, it looks like Nightfall comes in with the BKB, trying to right-click down, and yeah, you see the Underlord damage. He's not going to survive through this one, and it looks like, can he turn this one around after the BKB was off here? And Nightfall has to run himself away from this one. The chase coming out from the side of Team Secret. Yeah, like I say, the buyback comes out from SumaiL. It looks like SumaiL to clean up on to save, but can they go for any more here? Yamich chasing through, but won't be able to spot anyone. And it looks like BetBoom not shy about playing around these duels here, you know, throwing everything when these duels comes out, and it is paying off for BetBoom.
It really is. You know, it's kind of an interesting thing that Secret is doing, that they have 2 wars in their area, so that's why they were forcing that fight too much. But they're still fighting to enemy tier 2 tower, so as you said, so easy for Pure to quickly TP, get a duel off. They did get a kill on him. That was 1,000 gold that SumaiL got, but he just lost that after the buyback. So at the end of the day, it could have been like a decent even trade for Secret, but they tried to grab a bit more. They've been in the back for a while now, and they ended up biting more than they could chew.
Yeah, and we'll see what SumaiL's going to be going towards. I just think it's hard now because LC's hit this mid-game timing, like say, where she's just able to turn up to every fight and get a dual victory. Even if she gets killed off after the fact, you know, she's got enough damage to snowball. And Secret with Crystallis, unlike the last game where you just went first item, BKB was able to run at heroes with the Razor and look for fights. You know, the Sven just feels like it's being put on its arse a little bit here. So it is going to be the BKB next, but how can Sven and Crystallis have impact in this game?
Well, You're gonna need. I think you need to fight baiting FPZ. That's probably the best way that they have to take good fights. You make sure that this FPZ Underlord soaks as much damage as possible. Maybe a duel, maybe a rupture, and you show up with this Vent a little bit later. That is the best approach that they have. Oh, look at that. Pure was waiting with the Blade Mail duo there, but SumaiL was quick on his feet.
Yeah, I think the Sleight of Fist saves SumaiL there just as he gets towards the Radiant creeps on the top lane. But like you say, really good play to know where those remnants are, and Pure just couldn't get the duel off in time.
And yeah, interesting build with SumaiL as well. He ended up going Travels to try and match the tempo and the aggression that BetBoom has, but it does mean his BKB is gonna come really late, and it's really tough for him to take this fight because there's a Netherlands on TORONTOTOKYO. So it's easy for this Crystal Maiden. Usually it's not. Like most of the Crystal Maiden games, you are the one that gets dove and killed, but everyone else is so strong that they can cover for him, and he's getting so many clutch frostbites in this game.
Yeah, and the entire team play from BetBoom, it just seems like, not that it wasn't there in the last game, but it just feels like it's so more on point coming into this one. And Team Secret, it's up to them to disrupt it. We'll see here the smoke coming out from BetBoom, and Team Secret not grouped up. So did they just want to go into the Roche pit with this?
I think they can. I think it's too hard for Secret to stop it. They have the Underlord, but they don't have enough heroes together to really get the portal going. So this is going to be a quick one. Pure, I mean, Pure can probably solo Roche right now. Considering how strong he is. But they bring everyone. And Nightfall takes that Aegis up. Level 17, man. I wonder what Crystallis level is right now, but I'm sure it's not even close. Yeah, 3 levels behind. Usually that doesn't happen, but they tried so hard to fight early and failed that this really put a toll on Crystallis. Like, I'm not sure if that's his idea or if it's just the team calling for him, but Sven just struggles. He's a hero that needs to be playing from ahead, and he is exactly where he doesn't want to be. He's 1 item behind this Bloodseeker right now. 4,000 gold behind the Nightfall Bloodseeker.
Yeah, and like you said, the pressure that they put onto the lanes as well. BetBoom forced FBZ into the jungle to farm up those stacks in the triangle, and BetBoom just made the top part of the map, like above the safe lane of Team Secret, majorly unsafe for Crystallis, so there was nowhere really he felt comfortable farming. And like you say, it just put him on the back foot, and now he does have the cleave, so he has a chance to catch up, if the stack's going, if he can find some time to farm. But it looks like BetBoom don't want to give Team Secret any time at all in this game.
Yeah, now with this Aegis up, they really want to step the yield. There you go. They're going to find a big one. If they can bait this, though, that is the best hero to be engaged on Secret. Are they ready to respond, though? They're not.
No, FBZ, it looks like one more right click. He is going to go down. Nightfall gets no dual victory this time, though, for Pure, so he's still going to be on 132 damage, but it looks like from this, BetBoom might be able to go towards this tier 2 tower. Just waiting for the creep wave to push up here and maybe take away a little bit more map control from the side of Team Secret.
And you know what? We kind of, said some negative things about Bloodseeker last pick, but if there's one thing that I didn't thought about is the fact that usually someone gets engaged, and usually want to be Secret wants this Underlord to be engaged, and you would be able to run away with the Moonlight Shadow. It would be able to buy time, but the fact that the Bloodseeker can see all of those invisible heroes, even when the support is not there, even when no detection is available, you won't be able to run away from Nightfall. So I think that against the Mirana Moonlight Shadow, it is actually a really good solution.
Yeah, we are going to get a pause, so hopefully no major issues. Be able to get ourselves back into it soon. Looks like it's the Toronto-Tokyo pause, so I wonder if it's just maybe a little bit of a computer problems, and we'll be able to get that fixed straight away here. Go and ready. So not even a minute on this pause, We're prepared here. We're ready to get ourselves back in 81% win probability, though, going the way of BetBoom here in game number 2.
Yeah, seems about right. Definitely. I do feel like as the game goes on, Sven should have a good carry matchup towards the Bloodseeker, but you need more farm. You need more time for this Sven to really get online. He never really got to play the game. He can disassemble his Echo Saber for the BKB, but then you have absolute no damage. So I even like that he didn't do that. He just went straight up for that BKB. Going for a blink now. And that's probably when he can kill the Crystal Maiden and the Techies. So this is going to be a big thing. If Crystallis can just jump the backline for these 2 heroes, he's already going to be contributing a lot to the fights.
Yeah, and then going for the major damage upgrade there with the Daedalus afterwards. Is there a particular one? I mean, because he does have that BKB. Looks like he's being hunted again here by at least Save and GPK. Not going to find him, though. Yeah, no rotation from Pure to be able to get the jump onto the Sven. Crystallis just playing away, trying to play safe. But is there an item that you want to go for? Let's say that Crystallis gets to the Daedalus, because it looks like he's going to be given time. What do you want to be going for next? Is it some more survivability with a heart? Do you want a Satanic in there? Swap out that Mask of Madness for the extra lifesteal? What is it that Crystallis wants to build towards?
Well, I don't think we're gonna see it, but I'll say it just because I want to see it in a pro match. I think the Ags is really good for Sven this game, because you can dispel Frostbite, you can dodge the damage from the mines, you can dodge the Rupture, not dodge, but like actually move without taking damage from Rupture. Dispel Cold Snap. That is probably one thing I would like seeing, but it's just not a very common item, and he lacks damage. So if he's not gonna go that route, probably I guess Harpoon is not bad. So you can like chase the 4 staffs. The Techies already has one. I think Invoker bought one. It's probably a good way to really to not get kited.
Yeah, and I suppose that's the thing as well. That's why you want to be keeping out the... We'll see. I mean, Nightfall, they're pushing out onto the tier 3 anyway for teams who could try and stop this now, because the pressure that BetBoom are putting on, it looks like they don't want to stop at all. And they are going to be able to sit themselves right in front of these racks, push themselves through. And yeah, it's not going to be a racks taken, but it is going to be a lot of frost downs coming through. Nightfall might even just go straight back for the range. Does take it down. Going to get some heals off. Still has this Aegis now for the next 28 seconds. Looks like he wants to try and use it. But the Force Staff, it gets him out of the Pit of Mars, gets himself out of the Firestorm. And BetBoom, they are going to be able to retreat all 5 heroes intact.
Yeah, I do like the Crystallis finally, decided to chill. He definitely forced a lot of early fights, and now even when the high ground was being breached, like he really waited as most as he could, and Aegis was expiring, as you said, so he never really had to engage. So now has that Blink Dagger. This could be prime time for Secret to fight. They're not gonna get a better timing in a while. The Blink Dagger on Crystallis, I think, it hasn't been scouted. This is good.
Yeah, and obviously the point I was going to make before the high ground push was that the Harpoon, you do need that Echo Saber to build into it, which is why we're seeing heroes like the Sven not disassemble for the BKB anymore, because they want to keep that Echo Saber going and build it up into a bigger item later on. We'll see if he's going to be able to get there, though. In terms of farm, what's he got himself? So yeah, he's got that Blink Dagger, like you said, going to be able to get towards the back lines. And is it the, who do you want to focus down first between the 2 supports? Is it the CM that you want to be taking away?
I think so. At least for a while, there was no... she ended up going for Aetherlands first item, so there was no way for Toronto to truly kite the Sven. I'm assuming maybe she has a 4-staff now, but it's still probably the easiest hero to kill. No? Yeah? Doesn't have that 4-staff, so TORONTOTOKYO is the easiest one. After that is probably the Techies.
Okay, well, we'll see how, again, Secret try and defend their base, because it's going to be the melee racks this time with the pressure come through. Nightfall stepping up. No Aegis this time, but it looks like they should be able to take it down through the Sprout. They absolutely do. And now, Secret, are they going to try and get a jump on as the heroes leave the base? The arrow, it splits the wickets between the Bloodseeker and the Invoker, and no follow-up there from Team Secret. So smoke comes out from BetBoom once again. And where are they going to try and rotate to here?
Very patient from Secret, not even using the glyph. They understand they get more value out of it defending another tower. I think they're doing a good job. That barracks was probably gone and dead anyways. So the fact that they're gonna save this glyph for our next fight is good. They're just unable to really get a good jump. That's the problem. Like the Sven, he is underfarmed in a way that you're probably not even killing the CM, because they're gonna 4-staff either the Techies or the Invoker can 4-staff her away. You really need to bait someone now. You need to make sure this Underlord maybe even dies, but buys back with his ulti, and then Secret could potentially get an advantageous fight. That's probably the best way for them. Try to bait FBZ defending a tower, and you use the buyback plus everyone else to take a good fight.
Yeah, and let's see. I mean, BetBoom are playing this one away. They've got a tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. They could take... Do you just play this one safe, I guess, until the next Roshan is up in potentially the next 30 seconds or so?
I think so. I don't think they really... If you just blind smoke... They have no vision, right? The only ward that they have is in their own triangle. I'm sorry. No, it's actually... They have one lane ward and one close to the river. But just smoking blindly at nighttime is super dangerous. If you're gonna blindly smoke, maybe wait for daytime. It's gonna be close to the Roshan spawn timer anyways. The problem is it's on the Radiant side. So for Secret, not the advantage in terms of location for the fight.
Yeah, and we'll see here how long it's actually going to be before the big man comes up. It's going to be a quick one. 40 seconds. Yeah, so it will be a daytime spawn, and like you say, going to be on the Radiant side of the map, and nowhere really. I suppose they could mass TP to the tier 2 on the bottom lane if they needed to, Secret, but no real, quick entrance to the Roche pit for them.
Not at all. And there's a butterfly on this Bloodseeker. Really, I really like the item build coming from the Bloodseeker. It just puts such a toll on this event. Like, you don't want to... There's so many items you want to buy. MKB is not in the top 3. So, how do you really handle that? You're going to need damage coming from the supports, maybe. Once the BKB is over, you can get that Sprout into Arrow. That's probably the only way you're going to kill Nightfall. But I'm assuming his BKB is still in a pretty healthy duration. Not that many fights that he had to commit the item.
No.
Oh, they find an arrow here on save.
Saved though, he's going to be able to get himself away with a 4-staff, and now Puppey, does he? Yeah, he just moves himself back, and it looks like they're going to be able to get the Sunstrike. I suppose you can see him with the Bloodseeker, you know exactly where to drop it, and yeah, there was no way for the Mirana to get out of the path there. Or I suppose there was if she Serpentine, but not really the top of your head when you're just trying to run yourself away, keep yourself alive.
That's so much damage too. Like, I think in the past it would go up to 600 as Invoker, but remember, this Invoker started as plus Wax, so the damage that this is doing despite all of that is crazy here, as they will try to go high ground. No buyback on the Mirana. Oh, the duel!
Oh, the duel. I think they're about to get the damage off, though. It looks like a lot of damage coming back onto the LC, but FBZ will go down. He's got no buyback, and it looks like Pure. Can he get himself away from this one? He's got his heals if he needs to, and Nightfall is going to be able to get himself in with a double kill. Puppey takes down TORONTOTOKYO. What else can they do here? Because SumaiL's got save, and can they go for any more? They're going to try and run themselves away from this one. SumaiL, he's pretty darn low. Does he actually want to carry on chasing here? Using the balls here, and Chains comes down into Pure. Arrow's not going to connect, though. There's going to be the jump in from SumaiL. Jumps himself right back out to the Remnant. But it looks like now it's going to be Pure's turn to try and chase. Chase down, Sunstrike comes out. Do they get the kill? It's going to be a lot of damage, but not the death here onto Yamich, and SumaiL's going to be in the middle of both of them, though. He will go down. Pure gets that kill. And actually, yes, Yamich did go down to GPK. It looks like it might have been the Spirit Vessel to get the kill. GPK trying to run himself away. Crystallis trying to do what he can, but he gets the bash, the kill, and the damage is enough to get the kill there onto Crystallis.
I think this is over. This is a dieback on Crystallis. Only SumaiL with buyback. I guess you're going to have buyback on SumaiL, but... yeah, this is looking really rough. He can even TP in front of them. There's a tier 2 tower bottom, so this is probably Rex and Roche, right? But they're gonna try and force this.
Oh, FBZ, look at the damage coming out here from the Bloodseeker onto FBZ. FBZ's just straight up gone for another 50 seconds or so. SumaiL's going to try and do what he can. He is dead to GPK. Nightfall gets it, and the GG will be called here. Only the Nature's Prophet with a buyback and BetBoom take a really clean game number 2 after being manhandled by Team Secret in game number 1.
Yeah. I am very impressed by BetBoom. I think the fact that they were able to